Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I was slightly intimidated and a bit nervous at first when I started a YouTube channel, but I'm learning so much about myself and I'm growing in confidence. I'm learning how to express and articulate myself better. So I'm super thankful for you for being on this journey with me. My name is Nono Cele Xaba, and welcome to a space and a platform where we share and exchange ideas because we are really intentional in being our best selves. So today I am in the beautiful Gqeberha, and I am so inspired. And because I'm feeling inspired, I'm going to be sharing with you guys something that's very personal to me. I'm going to be talking about this project. That is my book, These Words by Nono Cele Xaba. And I'm going to share with you how I came to put a book together. I hope you're going to learn something. And remember, you can follow me on social media. I am available on X. My handle is @nono_cele. I'm also on Instagram @thegreatNonoCele. Also available on TikTok, where I share majority of my content @thegreatNonoCele. Let's follow each other on social media platforms. And in the meantime, let's talk about this amazing project, These Words. So to get us started, I thought it would be insightful for me to share the background story of how this concept of a book came about. I've always been a person who enjoys putting her thoughts in a diary or a notebook. I am a person who has kept hundreds of diaries over the years, and in 2007 I decided to open up a blog, nonocele.co.za, where I would just share my life experiences, lessons learned, mistakes. And I was pleasantly surprised by people's responses to the blog. And that's basically where the concept or idea came about. It took me a couple of years to put together this book because I was still unsure. I was still on a journey with myself to learn how to love myself better and express myself accordingly. And in 2024, that's when I decided, you know what? I think I can compile some of the things that I've written over the years and make a book out of them. And that's how These Words came about. And I hope really that this book will impact your life. I hope that you will learn something. I hope that you will be inspired, and also you will grow in confidence in your giftings, in the things that you are good at, in the things that you were called to do in life. One of the things that I really want people to feel, experience, or encounter when they read this book is it is inspired by love. Love for God, love for my family, and love for myself. Some of the pieces that I've written here have a lot of questions. In some moments of my life when I was writing this book, I was very conflicted, I was growing, I was uncomfortable, but all of that is part of us loving ourselves. And we should no longer be scared. We should no longer feel ashamed when life doesn't make sense, when we feel like nothing is falling into place. It is okay. All of that is part of the journey. And in the midst of all of that chaos, I think the most important thing is that we learn how to love ourselves better. And now we go to the title of the book, These Words. Why this title? Because these are my words to you. These are the words that have healed me. These are the words that I've said to myself in moments when I felt like everything was falling apart. These are Nono's words. That's why I've titled this book, These Words. I get a lot of comments on social media of people asking me how they can get the book. That's very simple. You can just WhatsApp me on 066-229-6511. Please keep in mind that this is a business number, so we do have business hours. So if we do not respond or reply at the time that you wish we could, please be mindful of the business hours. So I'd like to give you guys a bit of a treat today. I've actually never done this before. I want to read some pieces to you, and these are definitely one of my favorite pieces I've ever written. Dear self, don't settle. Take your talents seriously. Realize that you are a powerhouse. In you, there is greatness. There are buildings that will never stand unless you build them. There are people who will never realize their full potential unless you use what God has given you to inspire them. There are things that the world will never enjoy unless you create them. So don't be lazy. Don't doubt yourself. Don't play small, not for a second. Yours is a path of greatness that requires so much work. So go on, walk in your destiny. I've always been a person who believes in the power of authenticity. I'm not trying to live my life to be like other people or to mimic other people. I really want to walk in the complete power of who Nono is. So the next piece I'm going to read for you speaks exactly to that. True success starts with freedom of walking in the power of who you are called to be. If you have ever come across a person who is operating in their anointing, you can immediately tell that there is something special and unique about them. They are light, they are full of life, they are bubbly and at ease with themselves. There are things they don't respond to simply because they know who they are. And I hope that each and every single one of us will walk in the power of who we are. We will not try to copy other people. We will embrace the things that make us different, make us unique, make us ourselves. I know sometimes it feels like life is just getting too much. Nothing is falling into place and there seems to be no progress. I wrote this next piece at a season of my life where I was very confused as to what the next step can be. I was caught in what I call in this book the in-between moments. And I will read this piece for you. Sometimes it seems as though our dreams are delayed. Sometimes it feels like we have wasted our time. Our efforts are seemingly futile to an untrained eye. But take heart. Big dreams require big character. Be patient on your journey to success. Speed doesn't always guarantee victory. Be gracious to others and yourself. No matter how talented or smart you are, remain humble, because if you don't, life will humble you. And now I'm going to read something for you that was written in a very difficult time of my life. And I'm actually surprised that I was able to speak so much positivity over myself and the situation at the time. And it reads as follows. Someone can hurt you, gossip about you, or the situation at home might not seem to be improving. Remember, you are going through it. You are not staying in it. And when it all gets too much, ask yourself, where would Jesus be without Judas? It is all falling into place. It is not your job to understand how. Just know that it is. Go ahead, kill them with kindness, and crush them with success. This definitely reminds me that in the moment of hardship, we should persevere. We should never allow discouragement to take center stage in our lives. And what happens when it feels like your prayers aren't being answered, your efforts are unseen, and everything that you do seems unvalued? Sometimes the answer to our prayers doesn't look like the thing that we prayed for. The answers sometimes come disguised as disappointment or failure or even heartbreak. But if we take a closer look, we will find that the pitfalls often point us to the very thing that we prayed for, and it's always better than what we imagined it to be. Look for a lesson or an answer in every setback. God delights in answering our prayers when we pray. The answers we seek are often hidden in the things that we don't want to deal with. The next piece I'm going to read is titled, You Are Magic, and I'm just going to read a few lines. It's easy to get bitter, but it takes strength to turn pain into power. It's easy to give up without even knowing it. It's easy to be alive and barely exist. It's easy to be with people and yet feel alone. It's easy to get lost and not know it. It's easy to die slowly and think you are living. It's easy to settle. Relationships with our loved ones can be very complicated at times. There's a piece I've written on healthy love and what that looks like. And I'm just going to read a few lines from the chapter. May we be courageous enough to admit our flaws and be honest enough to face them head on. May we be humble enough to ask for help when we need it. May we be bold to put our childish ways behind us. May we allow our loved ones freedom to correct us. May we be daring enough to give them permission to point things out that we are blind to. May we be brave enough to listen to others so that we can grow. May we develop a new strength and ability to work things out when challenges come, instead of being pretentious, instead of hiding, instead of being ashamed. May we pursue and give healthy love. That is all I have for you for today. For those who are interested, please feel free to order the book. We have a business line on WhatsApp, 066 229 6511. I hope you have been inspired or learned something from this book. I hope somebody's dream has been awakened more than anything, because when I wrote this book, I had no idea that I had that in me. And now I'm busy with my second book. Look at the things that are possible for us. Please remember to follow me on social media. And if you would like more information on the book, send me a message, and I'm looking forward to your comments. What has resonated with you the most about this particular episode? I want to hear all about it, because we are on this journey together. Thank you very much. And now it's that special time when I sign out, and today I'm not confused, because these are my words to you. Thank you for being part of my story, for being part of my journey, for following me on various social media platforms, for being on this YouTube channel. Your presence has added so much value to me. I'm learning and I'm growing, because I know that there are people who are always cheering me on, leaving me comments, and I value that. I appreciate that. Nono, signing out. Listen to this. Sometimes the answers to our prayers don't look like the answers we prayed for. The answers sometimes come disguised as disappointment. But how many people actually wait to hear a response from your "how are you"? Everybody, no matter what their age, is faced with the pressure to fit in. We desire to be accepted, to be loved, to be part of something. We fear not fitting in. We fear being rejected. We fear being unwanted, or worse, being alone. At a time when I was least expecting it, I learned a valuable lesson about almost making it. I learned that sometimes our prayers are answered by the shattering of our dreams. What? I learned that sometimes coming close to something you thought you wanted will help you to see it's not what you needed. I wrote this. Okay?